everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to the UK Americana show. Thank you for joining us. Before we bring you part 2 of the George Ducas interview, just enough time to tell you about some of the guests that we've got coming to the show the next few weeks. We've got guests like Vince Dunn. He's a world-renowned percussionist drummer, band leader. You're going to love him. He's fabulous. Plus, we've got the new kid on the block, Florence Somerville, telling us all about what it's like being in the UK, going to Nashville, touring. I mean, she's unbelievable. You're going to love her. That's really something to look forward to. You like that. Also, we've got an Americana folk singer from Canada, Orit Simone. She is unbelievable. You're going to really enjoy it. So stay tuned for those videos coming up very soon. So without further ado, the second part of George Ducas, telling us all about his new album, Long Way From Home, and how he's looking forward to joining us here in the UK in 2025. Check him out, George Ducas.
Cigarette with his sunglasses on, and it's just the picture of cool, you know. Anyway, but yeah, so George recorded the song that I had recorded that Garth originally took to record. He wanted to make it a duet with George Jones, and so it was on George Jones's record as well. It was a duet with Garth Brooks, and got nominated for a Grammy. And those were exciting times, man. Really exciting.
Exciting. I mean, as I say, how do you feel touring around the world? Because you do tour all over the world, amongst other places like Japan and Sweden. How do you find the audiences?
I love it. I mean, honestly, I really miss the UK. It's been a while since I've been back. I just haven't had the offer. And Ireland, Sean Green viewing in Ireland, I just haven't had the offer.
Well,
it's like it takes 2 parties to get there. You know, you can't just go, I'm gonna go and jump into the pub and just start playing. It doesn't work like that. You know, like you got to have the promoter that's willing to do it and make you a part of it. And you know, there's a whole movement. You know, that the CMA is very involved with getting the music over there across the pond, and I would love to be a part of that. So I would encourage any promoters over there that happen to be listening to your show. Yeah, man, consider me. Check out the new record, and let's put some dates together.
The working, it's a big craving for you over here, especially with this new album.
Yeah, the new record, and my music in general speaks to British country fans. It does, and the last time I played there was probably like 2012. I want to say it was 10 or 12 years ago, and it was at Wembley Arena, which is now called something else, if I'm not mistaken. And I was
O2. I think we've got the O2 and Wembley Arena. Oh, I see. There's another place there. Yeah, you're right. But there's lots more stadiums being built since 2012. So maybe
for sure. But
over.
Wembley was a great place to play. I played. Reba was the headliner, and then I Sleep at the Wheel was also on the show, and we had a great time. We had a blast. It was so much fun. But I would love to come back. I just need the promoter. Willing to do it.
When we're over, and I see we can muscle up.
Spread the word, would you? Yeah, let's let. I really want to make, because this new record is something that I know Europeans in general and the UK would take to. They have a sense of what's, they really appreciate the traditional stuff and the honky tonk stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, it is a fantastic album. Everyone's going to love it. It's very kind of. It's like a throwback to the way country music was, but it's like a modern day approach to it. So you've got a bit of honky tonk. I mean, I sense a little bit of blues. I absolutely love the album. It's fantastic.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
To me,
I appreciate
that. It was a long time in the making, but it seems as though it's been a long time writing. I mean, you really thought hard about the lyrics and the direction of this album. Tell me a bit about that. Where did you record it?
Yeah. Where did I record it?
We can talk about Pete.
Pete. So Pete Anderson produced it and played guitar on it. Pete is one of my early, like the first time I heard Pete's songs on the radio, I was like, wow, if I ever get to go make a record, I'd want it to sound like that, And I was like probably 18 years old at the time. So it was really before I moved to Nashville and was starting to write songs seriously. But like, Pete's worked with, for those who don't know who Pete is, first of all, where have you been? I'm kidding. But second of all, he's worked with everybody from Jackson Browne and again in that California country rock movement. Yeah. Running on Empty and other great songs. to Lucinda Williams, who's the queen of the Americana movement. I mean, she really is one of the leaders of certainly a female leader of the Americana music movement, which is probably a better home for traditional country music these days than actual Nashville and pop country, which doesn't tend to champion traditional country music.
Sure.
And then Pete's also worked with, of course, Dwight Yoakam through the first whatever decades plus 15 years, I don't even know, of his career. So everything from 1,000 Miles from Nowhere on back to Honky Tonk Man, Guitars, Cadillacs, all those songs. You hear that guitar, and that's Pete. You hear the whole record, the whole band is Pete. I mean, he had that vision because he grew up a blues guy but had to become a country player, and that's why his guitar sounds so unique and has a bite to it that really no one else has. And then he was out in the honky tonks out in there in Southern California, playing to make ends meet, and that's how those records sound. And I love the rawness of that. And we really just tried to make a record that bridged California country and Bakersfield, which I'm a huge Buck Owens fan.
Well, I think
Merle Haggard fan.
We
wanted to bridge that with the Texas thing.
As you saw, I think it was in Rolling Stone, they said it's like a mixture of Merle Haggard meets the Eagles from the late 70s, early 80s. Well, you couldn't have got it no better than that, you know.
Oh man, thank you. That was kind of like, that was me. That was my own description of how in my mind, what I envisioned, you know, and it kind of really where my music comes from. I mean, in general, not just this album, but overall, that's really where I take my inspiration from.
Mostly about you, as you do, but it's interesting how you emphasize the hard work that goes into creating, you know, the icon that you are. Do you know what I mean? It is hard work, the bars and clubs and places and the writing and the heartaches. I mean, that makes a country. Yeah. But your story is a lot more, it really goes into the hard work area, doesn't it? You really work hard to get what you get.
You do sometimes have to, like, it doesn't always come easy. I mean, sometimes you come upon a magical idea, whether it's like a guitar riff or like a song idea that just falls in your lap, and you know, like, wow, it's like a gift out of the sky. Yeah. But a lot of times for me, I'm kind of an editor, and like if I get that great idea, even when I get that great idea, which is rare. I mean, you don't get great ideas every day, but like when you get something good, my first thought, it's so funny that you bring this up, Sam, but my first thought is, okay, I don't want to mess this up. Like, I can't mess this up. It's too good. So take my time, come back, look at it with a fresh set of eyes on another day, and edit myself. Like, is it going to be, did what I did yesterday, is it really good? Like, let's make sure, you know, I'm constantly in that headspace, which can become like what people call writer's block. I mean, if you're not careful, you can really like let that paralyze you, and so I tend to work with guys that, you know, in the collaborative process that can get me through that at times, or that it's just so undeniably great. You just know it's great. You come back just to double check it and go, yep, it's really great. I do
a little bit of songwriting myself, and one thing I hate about
on.
You demo something, and then about 6 months later you listen back and you go, wow, why I missed that, why didn't I put, hey, where's the arrangement, oh my god. So it's too late, you've mastered it and you're doing something. I hate that, it's murder, you know.
That's so funny. Yeah. Yeah. You kind of second guess it, but then that's true. I mean, man, that's true. Every stage of the recording process, you can always make changes, and it's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Like until you actually release it and it's actually out there in the world, you can waste your whole life away trying to finish a mix. I mean, you can mix it up a billion different ways, add different parts, re-sing it, whatever. It just gets crazy after a while. So at some point, that's when it's good to have partners, collaborators that can kind of double check and verify. Man, that's great.
Well,
it's great.
It's fantastic, and people are going to love the album. The Long Way Home. It's interesting. You are opening up for people like Alan Jackson, and now I wondered to myself, well, I wonder who opens up for you now.
I would love to have someone opening up for me. I'm still, well, I don't know. I take it any way it comes, but I'm always looking to try to help and champion, up and comers, and everyone needs that leg up. I mean, for instance, I would love to nothing more than hook up with a young singer songwriter in the UK that we could go do some dates together. I think that'd be awesome.
Wow, that's sweet. We'll have to get that arranged. So look, what's next for George? What's going on next? Apart from this great album, I know you're promoting it and it's going on everywhere. So what else?
Yeah, so I'm already kind of writing for the next album to put together with Pete. Like the collaboration with Pete's been amazing. I'm going out to Los Angeles again this coming weekend to spend some time with him, and we've just gotten really, really close professionally and personally. Like I'm going to crash at his house for a few days and just bang around and eat tacos and watch some baseball or something and just hang out and talk about the next record, and maybe do some songwriting. But other than that, I'm doing a lot of touring coming up. I'm going to play in a lot of different markets here in the U.S. Unfortunately, they're all in the U.S. right now. But I would love. It's a goal to get back to the U.K. It's a goal to get back to get to some of the places I've played previously.
Yeah, I mean, you've been to Brazil and all sorts of different places.
Japan, yes, Switzerland, France. I would love to do that. Say that again?
UK, that's what it is. We get you over here.
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, George, you know what? I really do appreciate you taking the time. And hello, food in my mouth. Listen, thank you.
Goodbye, love. It was so true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun one. And we got a new song, Drifter, that's just coming out. Actually, it is out. If you haven't heard Drifter yet, please check that one out. It just came out on all the.
Yeah, should we? We'll put it in the video. Drifter. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? For the minute, thank you very much for taking the time, George. Mr. George Ducas, everybody. Thank you, George. I really do appreciate it.
Sam, pleasure. Thank you so much for having me, and I want to see you all very soon. I hope to come over and visit. Thank you, sir. All right, man.